Welcome again to Highly Questionable. A lot of football on the show today. What do you like most on the show, Bo?
Among other things, did Carson Palmer go the full Jake Delhomme?
It was a little bit Delhomme. Vamos, papi.
Was Cam Newton's dominance yesterday enough to convince you he's the NFL's alpha quarterback?
All right, quietly, that was a really old set of quarterbacks in the conference championships games. 3 guys over 36, and then 26-year-old Cam Newton, and they smoked the Cardinals. And they smoked the Cardinals for the same reason they've run through this whole season 15-1, because they have that guy playing at quarterback, the guy that can stand in the pocket and throw lasers like the one he threw to Devin Funchess, where we saw all the other quarterbacks this weekend scared of the pressure. There was Cam Newton, where right there at that moment. This is the guy in the league right now.
What I also loved about that video is Cam Newton checking himself out on the scoreboard, enjoying it with a giant smile on his face that you could see through the face mask as he's getting hit. This guy is larger than anyone else playing the position. Keep in mind, his weight and height, the average Arizona defender, smaller than he is. He's about Gronk's size. He's like 10 pounds and an inch less than Gostkowski. Any field he steps on, he's the best athlete on that field. And furthermore, late in the game, he wears you down with those quarterback runs. Keep in mind, you don't want to tackle that in the open field. You don't want to tackle it at all.
He also does things like this, these shoes. Would you like to look at these shoes, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, my man Will Brinson with the picture there. There are those shoes. This is the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers, right? This guy right here. He's also this guy standing here with Day-Day from Friday and DMX. Mike Epps, of course, you know his real name. Look at those pants. The quarterback of a Super Bowl team wears those pants and hangs out with DMX with boxes of Bojangles and a Newport behind his ear.
What is DMX looking at? He looks a little spacey. Those weren't the best pictures
really,
from
DMX
yesterday.
looks spacey, you don't say.
Those weren't the best pictures. Is this the best picture for the game? I think this is the best picture from the game. He also went out. The after party was with Juvenile, by the way. So this, you got Young Jeezy, you got Future, you got a black quarterback in the Super Bowl.
Real black.
Is Bruce Arians simply being kind to his quarterback by saying Carson Palmer didn't lose the damn game?
I mean, it was awful. Like, who else would we be blaming for this? Like, woo! Carson Palmer, 8 postseason quarters, 8 turnovers. Listen to Bruce Arians here. Listen to him, because he's wrong and he's lying.
Carson didn't lose the damn game. Nothing wrong with his damn finger. You can keep all them questions. We just didn't play well enough. Our best players especially didn't play well enough.
Well, who the hell are you talking about? That's the MVP runner-up. If that's not your best player, who is it? And also understand, Arians said that without being prompted. He walked into the news conference, and that right there was how it started. His quarterback went the full Delhomme in the stadium where Jake Delhomme went the full Delhomme in 2008. 6 turnovers. Your quarterback has 6 turnovers. It's his fault. Them's the rules.
By the way, incidentally, his turnover totals that I just gave you, 8 postseason quarters, 8 turnovers, he was lucky it was that small. He should have had more in the Green Bay game. He shouldn't have even been playing in this one if Green Bay had picked off a couple of the passes they should have last game.
What is Carson Palmer supposed to do if the receiver doesn't get open? You know, I mean, he's not the magician. You know, I mean, the receiver got to take some responsibility for the interceptions too. Yeah, I mean, they could never get open. You know, they're a bunch of rookies in the backfield right there.
I do have to say that reflexive defense of the quarterback, you'd have a great future as a color analyst on a major television network.
Papi has spoken.
Oh, shut up.
Is it possible that we are actually not giving Peyton Manning enough credit for getting his team to the Super Bowl?
All right, so this is a bit of a dilemma for me because I've said all season long you can't get to a Super Bowl with a quarterback playing as poorly as Peyton Manning has played. And he played better than he did in the regular season. He still played pretty poorly. They managed to make the Super Bowl. Why? That defense got incredible at the time that they needed to get incredible. We are in a bizarre time in 2016 where we are looking at a defense and saying absolutely they've got to carry Peyton Manning to the Super Bowl. So I'm surprised that they made it there with him, but he's not the reason they're there.
But they do have to credit the defense. But Bomani, he did the things in that game that Tom Brady did not do. He didn't have the disaster turnovers. There was the one lateral that Mike Carey got wrong in the refereeing expert situation because he so often gets all of those wrong. But otherwise, Peyton Manning's job at this point is protect the football and allow the defense to carry him. That's what he did yesterday, and he did it well enough.
Hey, Peyton, I got a piece of advice for you. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy the experience. Look around you.
Oh, come on.
Look around you.
Yeah, look around.
One more time.
Soak it all
Maybe
in.
for the last time.
Yeah.
Look around you. Enjoy every second of it.
My father, as an old man, is more lubricated in that area than Peyton is.
Gostkowski.
Is the Patriots kicker Stephen Gostkowski right that he lost the game?
Yes, he's right. Yes, he's right, because it was a 1-point game at the end, or it should have been a 1-point game, and he missed an extra point, and they had to go for 2, and they failed to get 2. But here, listen to him say it in his own words.
I let a lot of people down, a lot of guys on the team, a lot of fans. All I can do now is stand up here and take it all on me. I feel like I lost the game for the team, and I should have been out there kicking that tying extra point and helping us go into overtime. And it's a sickening feeling. I can't put into words.
There are a number of things you can point to. Belichick going for it on 4th and short. The critic can always criticize that one. Tom Brady playing a game that was not acceptable by Tom Brady's standards. But Bomani, at the end of the game, New England would have been playing for the tie if he had done what he always does, which is make the extra point.
Yeah, you say the critic can always point to Belichick. You absolutely point to Belichick. They kick that field goal. They make that field goal. They get the ball back the same way. And guess what? They're not worried about going for 2 on that touchdown that they scored. They held the Broncos to about 240 total yards. You should have had faith in the defense, taken the points. They would have gotten the ball back, and you saw what happened when eventually they did get the ball back. I'm looking way more at Belichick than I am at that guy.
You know who is the happiest guy in the NFL about the outcome of that game?
Oh, yeah.
That's right, Fidel Dodell. Now he doesn't have to see Brady in the Super Bowl. I bet he paid that kicker off, knowing the way Fidel Dodell. That's right.
No, that's reckless. You can't say that. But there was nobody in the world angrier as they kept getting rescued on their season by Gronk and his polar bear claws, saving them on every 4th down. Then Goodell was like, no!
Are you guys more cautious in counting out the Broncos against the Panthers after you gave them no chance against the Patriots?
All right, fresh off the games, the Broncos were a 3.5-point underdog in this matchup against the Panthers. And once again, I have said, you can't win a Super Bowl with a quarterback as bad as Peyton Manning has been. I still don't think that you could win a Super Bowl with a quarterback as bad as Peyton Manning has been, unless you've got an all-time great defense. But damn if that defense doesn't occasionally look like it's all-time great.
I mean, it did feel at some point in that game like Tom Brady was being attacked by that bear and Revenant, right? Like, I mean, they kept waving and waving and waving at him. And in this particular instance, I wasn't one of the people who said that they had no chance. A good defense at home, small underdog, a chance in that game. I don't think they have a chance in another one. Put it down. Circle it. Go ahead and keep this tape for later when I'm wrong 2 weeks from now like I was last year on Tom Brady. I'm telling you right now, they don't have a chance in the next one.
I'll say one thing, though. Michael Oher will be blocking Von Miller in that game. This ain't no movie, bro. You know what I mean?
And now comes the moment in where I have to give my pick. Are you ready?
Really? We're doing that now?
Are you ready?
Yes. No, we're not ready.
No, I'm not ready either. I'm just waiting to wait until the day before the Super Bowl.
All right.
Oh, we're building
Keep on watching.
All right. Really? You're going to watch every day until then. Can't wait for his pick.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable. Now it is the GM's fault. When is going to be the fault of your buddy Aaron Rodgers? You know,
No, never. No, that Hail Mary that almost ended. I mean, they almost won at the end. It was beautiful at the end. I mean, he was so courageous.
It's Monday. Time for more questions.
That was a question. It is Monday. It's not, is it Monday? It is Monday, yes.
Should NBA coaches be as disturbed as Spoelstra and Stan Van Gundy are over David Blatt's firing?
Oh, don't forget Rick Carlisle, too, man. These coaches, they got all together and got really indignant about the idea of, hey, the superstar has the power, not the coach in Cleveland. Listen to our friend Stan.
It's embarrassing for the league. It really is. I mean, as I've said before, we all get into this and know no matter what happens. So David Blatt had injuries this year and everything else. We all know nobody cares about that. You're supposed to win. He did. That one, to me, elevated all of the coach firings totally into the theater of the absurd. But the bottom line is, his job is to win games. He did that. It's supposed to be a bottom line business, but it's not. So, now you get fired for winning as much as you get fired for losing.
Spoken like a man who's been run off a job by superstars before. That's Stan Van Gundy. Hey, man, David Blatt won games. There are also games that he did not win, and those are the ones that got him fired. But coaches do not break rank. That's their thing, and nothing has to rankle them more than the prospect that the guys that they're supposed to be in charge of actually have more power than them. It sounds like a dicey proposition, but hey, guys, that's why your money's guaranteed.
This is not new, right? Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan. It's not just winning. It's also how well do you get along with your superstar. In that sport, the superstar has more power, and he can get you fired. And it's not surprising at all that Stan Van Gundy, that Rick Carlisle, that Eric Spoelstra, they don't like that so much.
Yeah, but let's be clear, though. I'm not sure it's getting along with the superstar that really did David Blatt in. Is that he tried to capitulate to a superstar in a way that then cost him the respect of everybody else. The superstar couldn't respect it. The rank and file couldn't respect it. Then you got nobody.
It wasn't record that got him fired. It was respect.
Can I say something to Tyronn Lue?
Sure.
Hey, listen, Tyronn, you better watch out. Watch your back, because if you start losing, LeBron is coming after you. You're not going to stay in that job for too long. I'm telling you that right now.
By the way, David Blatt, I do wonder if someone should have told you to watch your back for Tyronn Lue, who came out quite the winner in this situation.
What do you make of the report that Mike McCarthy is fed up with the Packers management not signing free agents?
All right, Bob McGinn of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, a man to trust in times like these, says that Mike McCarthy's had enough of that. The Packers draft. That's what they do. Their team is loaded with more guys that they've had drafted than just about any other team in the league. But I'm a little confused because I do see free agents on that team. Like, I do see Julius Peppers on that team. I have seen Charles Woodson on that team before. The other thing I ask is, I know that guys have to go work where the money is, but how attractive a destination are we talking about here for those free agents? This strategy seems to have worked pretty well, even if this year they seem to be depleted at receiver.
But you mentioned defensive players. They don't do very much offensively in terms of getting free agents to help Aaron Rodgers. We just saw a very confusing thing, which is Aaron Rodgers looked pedestrian for an entire season and needs skill position help. I honestly don't know what to make of Mike McCarthy's entire tenure there, because one championship is good, but one championship with that quarterback is also probably underachieving. And so what you find yourself now is Mike McCarthy knows that they're coming for him next if they don't start winning more, and he's saying, nope, let's kick that upstairs because I need more help.
The one thing about free agents, they are, by definition, guys that their previous teams decided weren't worth the money.
Now it is the GM's fault. When it's going to be the fault of your buddy Aaron Rodgers,
No,
never.
No, that Hail Mary that almost ended, they almost won at the end. It was beautiful at the end. He was so courageous.
Anybody ever have a more bittersweet ending to a season? Aaron Rodgers' last play was that.
Yes.
Ring, ring. No Lemon Studio, what's up?
Who this? Who this?
This rapping forte. Who is this?
Oh, this P.
P.
Yeah.
P.
Yeah.
P. Let me hear you say, oh. Man, no P.
Man, crazy, man.
This broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that believe love is a lie. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, and we question them.
Do you question whether Melo was going for the ball?
All right, we go out to Charlotte. Charlotte beat the Knicks this weekend on Saturday. Jeremy Lin, there's a replay involving Jeremy Lin. Carmelo only had 9 points in this game. Give us some more details. What? Oh, is he going for the ball there, Bo?
Oh, wow.
It looked like uppercuts.
I don't know what he was doing, though.
I'll tell you what he was doing. That was right there for all of Linsanity. You stole New York from me for about 12 games during a ridiculous month. I'm still mad about it. Have some of this.
We do have to admit, though, Melo came back and people were asking him to stand behind Jeremy Lin.
Yeah.
The fact it took him this long to steal off on him and hit him in the face is pretty miraculous.
He's been holding off on that resentment for many months, but he finally got justice.
You guys missed the amazing part of that play. Carmelo was playing defense.
I mean, he wasn't
I'm like,
around.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. He was around. Yeah, he was protecting the basket. Can you believe that? Melo protecting the basket?
Inspiration.
Huh? Ah, boy.
Inspiration.
Do you question whether these were legit knockdowns?
Argentinian soccer. Look, man, 9 yellow cards, 5 red cards in this game, and we're just going to take you straight to the action.
Yes. Things are escalating here.
Oh, I don't know if that was a
No,
knockdown.
that
Dan.
wasn't legitimate, but that's a red card. Oh, now we're just going to have floppery all over the place.
Oh!
It's another not legit knockdown.
Like, why are all these other guys running out here so they can flop too?
Wait a minute. The other guys, what? That was so.
Well, that was also a weak headbutt, if we're going to be honest about it. Like, I mean, if you go, oh, no, that was a little more real.
No, neither one of those were real.
He did put his hand on the man's throat. Even if you don't knock him down, that's a sign of significant disrespect.
Does that allow us to play the montage of how referees should handle these situations? Our refereeing montage.
Where's my man? My man with the Rasco.
Yes,
That's the one that I want to see.
Yes, the one where the weapon is put out.
The flopping would have ceased.
Do you question if this was a lucky catch?
We're going to miss football in a couple of weeks because it's going to be a lot of cricket and stuff like that that you don't actually care about. So we go out to cricket. And James Taylor, what do we got?
Fire and rain.
Oh, there it is.
He's held on to
What just
another
happened
one.
there?
That is impossible.
He caught it with his.
Oh.
Oh!
Ooh, yeah. That is absolutely a lucky catch because he was in there for self-defense rather than precision. Like, I feel pretty confident that when it came time to do something there, the team, he wasn't worried about the home team. He was worried about the home team.
Can we look at that again real quick? Because I believe that's as lacking in grace as you will ever see a big play made, where you reach into the front, you reach into the back. Right here in slow motion. There, ouch, ouch, ouch,
And then he
ouch.
wanted somebody to give him a high five. Like, I don't really understand how these things work.
You want to see an unlucky catch in cricket? Watch this.
An unlucky catch?
That's right.
Oh!
I don't think that was a catch, though.
What just happened there? It just got lodged in his face?
Yeah, it was the off.
He did catch it.
Yes, it did.
I misunderstood.
Wow, it did get lodged in his face.
Wow. Like, that's way worse than getting a fly in your mouth when you're riding a motorcycle. You know what I mean?
If he didn't want to get hit in the face, maybe he should have hit the ball. You know, he had a big board there, real white board there, you know. I mean, it looked like an ironing board, you know. He's swinging with an ironing board. He misses, you know.
Kind of hard to argue with the point, you know.
Time to play the game that is having performance issues. See? Or no?
Tell us what to watch on television tonight. We'll tell you if we're intrigued or not. How dare you?
It ain't me.
On NBA TV, Spurs and Warriors.
Finally, yes, finally. That took a while to get to this game, but of course I'm interested, and of course the Spurs are sitting someone important. Tim Duncan's not going to play, and Draymond Green, when he learns of this, look at his reaction.
Tim Duncan is not going to be playing.
He's not.
He's not.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that more people are sick.
He looked surprised. I mean, when you say really, I mean, he looked surprised. Bomani, are you intrigued?
Are you doing this to us, Pop? Really? Are you doing this
Yes.
to us? Are you really playing
he is.
games? Like, I don't know if you are or you are not, but if you are, you're so whack for that.
Yeah, that's not
I'm
cool.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
though.
of course. Poppy, are you
Oh,
intrigued?
I'm very intrigued because Golden State is going to really kill the Spurs. You know, Popovich is a tricky guy. He sits Duncan in, and if they lose, they say, well, Tim wasn't playing. If they win, then they say, well, you see, you won without Tim, so you can do it without him. So there's no way he's going to lose with the
Right.
team.
I mean, that is actually, now I agree with what Popovich is doing. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
It does.
For once, that makes
yes,
sense.
usually during
I
this
can't
part of the
believe
show,
that.
I can't believe it either. I'm stunned too.
On ESPN2, the Australian Open.
Sharapova against Serena, that interests you, right? Even though it always ends the exact same way, with us saying, well, that's a rivalry, but it's not really a rivalry because it's been 12 years since Sharapova beat Serena Williams. Bomani, are you intrigued?
I mean, it's a rivalry, just like the Globetrotters and the Generals.
Yeah, same kind of way. I think, actually, the Generals won 9 years ago, more recently against the Globetrotters than Sharapova has. That's a true fact. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued because, I mean, Maria is going to win this time. You know, that Latina tennis player, Maria Sharapova, you know, I'm telling you, she's from Argentina, and I'm telling you something that she's going to bring everything that she got on that court. Maria Sharapova. Yeah, Maria.
Sharapova.
Huh?
No, that's.
But she's with that name, Maria. She's not Latina.
Nothing you said. No, nothing you said is correct. Nothing. Not a syllable.
So I'm back to not making sense, right?
Yes. Your long streak of one sensical thing is over.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Back tomorrow at the same time. Thanks for watching.
Gracias. See you mañana.
Maria Sharapova. Are you kidding me? That sounds Latina
he's
to
right
me.
about that. It does sound
Maria.
It does sound
We've just made every Maria in the world into a Latina.
I mean, he did make it sound